blogger behind EmilyEssentially.com. When I launched my site a couple of months ago, I wrote a post that explained my desire to start a body transformation. I really wanted to create a healthier lifestyle for myself, increase my self-confidence, and just get into the best shape of my entire life. I've started and stopped and started again with tons of different diet and exercise programs. But with the new year here, I'm ready to get really serious about making my fitness goals happen. And if that isn't reason enough, sometimes a major upcoming life event is all the motivation that you need to kick your butt in gear. For most, it's something like a class reunion or an upcoming wedding, but for me, it's going to Las Vegas this June to see the Backstreet Boys. Sure, it might sound a little bit corny to most, but I've loved them since I was 9 or 10 years old, and I have been an avid and loyal fan ever since. When they announced their residency later this year at the Planet Hollywood, I jumped online, joined the fan club, bought some tickets, and heck, I even ponied up the cash for a meet and greet. So I plan on being the hottest babe in the room and being super confident to really enjoy the memories that I'm going to be making there. So with that, I've done some research on the most effective and balanced weight loss programs out there, and I have decided to start on the ketogenic diet. I'm learning more and more about this lifestyle every single day, and I want to be able to share all of my new knowledge with you guys. So that's why I'm going to be taking you on this journey with me and explaining exactly what the ketogenic diet is and how it's going to be working for both of us. The ketogenic diet, or keto, is a low-carb, moderate protein, and high-fat diet. It works by decreasing the intake of carbohydrates and increasing the intake of fat. When your body rids itself of carbs for fuel, it reinvents your metabolism in a process called ketosis. Now, what the heck is ketosis? Well, in ketosis, your body becomes very efficient at burning fat for energy. It takes all of this newfound fat and turns it into these little energy molecules called ketones, which supply your brain and body with tons of renewable fuel. The fat and protein you feed your body will burn more slowly, making you feel fuller for longer, and your body will be able to access your fat stores much easier as well. Numerous studies prove that this diet works, so I'm here at the grocery store ready to start my keto journey. Relying on carbs for fuel just isn't sustainable. It prevents you from getting a handle on your blood sugar, which in turn creates all of those nasty cravings, eating often throughout the day, and ultimately weight gain. But the most important to me, a carb-based diet leads to triglycerides being stored in the blood, which is a major risk factor for heart disease. This is a huge passion point of mine because, believe it or not, heart disease is the leading cause of death for women in the U.S. My number one mantra with this diet is going to be find the fat. The keto diet relies heavily on fat to fuel the body, so even though it will initially sound a little crazy, you'll be finding fat in almost all that you eat to ensure your body has the fuel it needs to run efficiently. Tons of great examples of fat-rich foods are things like avocados, olive oil, bacon, butter, and nuts such as almonds. When it comes to protein, always keep this in the back of your mind. Look for fat-rich protein sources that have more fat per serving than protein per serving. Examples of this are bacon, regular ground beef, steak, pepperoni, salmon, and tuna. Now, who doesn't love that? Naturally occurring keto-friendly carbs are things like asparagus, avocado, spinach, tomatoes, and onions. Basically, just try to stick to green veggies. So from what I've told you so far, it's pretty clear that anything that is super carb-filled is a no-go with this eating regimen. So for someone like me, that means no Doritos, no cookies or candy, and definitely no mac and cheese. But there are some other items that you should steer clear of that you may not realize. Case in point, lean meats just aren't gonna cut it with this diet. No need to bother with chicken breast, turkey bacon, and white fish because they just have too much protein and not enough fat to keep our dietary needs in check. Another watch out is fruit. We've all grown up knowing that fruit is generally healthy and good for us. Remember that food serving pyramid in elementary school? But many fruits contain lots of sugar in them. So for the purpose of this diet, I'm going to try to avoid most fruits. Macronutrients, or macros, are what makes up the caloric content in food. There are three major categories, the same three that this entire diet centers around: carbohydrates, fat, and protein. Each macro category provides a different caloric value per gram. Fat has 9 calories per gram, protein has 4, and carbs have 4 calories as well. Your optimal macronutrient intake depends a lot on different factors. Age, weight, gender, activity level, and BMI are just some of them. The easiest way to calculate your own specific macro intake needs is to use one of the many keto calculators online. A simple Google search will give you tons of options to choose from. For the keto diet, you want your ratios to look a little something like this. 5 to 10% of your overall intake should be made up of carbs, 10 to 15% of your overall intake should be made up of protein, and the remaining 75 to 80% of your overall intake should come from fats. Because of the introduction of so much fat and the limitation and moderation of carbs and protein respectively, you may find it helpful to track your macros in a fitness app. My personal favorite is MyFitnessPal. They offer the ability to measure your food intake not only in calories, which in the grand scheme of things isn't all that important with this diet, but also in macros to ensure that you're hitting your gram goals and ratios appropriately. For my own personal keto calculations, after inputting my age, gender, activity level, and more, I found that my daily calorie expenditure is around 1,800 calories. Because I want to kickstart my weight loss, I chose to keep my daily net carbs, which are the total number of carbs I eat, less the dietary fiber, right around 25 grams. I'll link the keto calculator that I used in the description box below so that you can calculate your own. This diet has been proven to work, but I'm probably going to experience some initial side effects during the first 2 to 4 weeks of ketogenic eating. This period is often called the keto flu. It's not the real flu. I'm not going to be needing any of these medications here beside me, but because I'm starving my body of carbs, it's going to react in a number of negative ways. Low energy, brain fog, sleep issues, and digestive discomfort are a number of the temporary but common issues that I should expect as a newbie. Studies have shown that sugar has the same effect on the brain as drugs like cocaine and heroin, so I'm literally going to withdraw from carbs for the first couple of weeks. I have to eat right, drink tons of water, exercise, and just stay positive to push through. I'm giving my body a better and more reliable energy source. And once my body has adjusted to the diet and has passed any keto flu type symptoms, there's going to be tons of benefits that I'll expect to occur. I'll feel more energized throughout the day, and I'm also looking forward to feeling full because fat is just more satisfying. If you're looking for similar results, I hope that you'll join me on this journey. Whether you follow my specific plan, which I'll continue to share with you each and every week, or you come up with your own version of the keto diet, I hope that you'll tune in regularly and keep me accountable on my journey to lasting health and fitness. Since I'm still relatively new to the keto living, I'm going to be putting a ton of resources and helpful things like websites, other YouTube channels, a keto calculator, recipe ideas, and more in the description box below. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel and tune in next week to see a simple keto recipe that will kickstart my journey. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye guys.